Hey, you. Welcome to Mad Sports. Let's get started. I heard an opinion today about the All-Star game that I really like because I think that competitive All-Star games are extremely fun to watch, right? I think that it bugs me that all these players that want to do all these dunks in the All-Star game and this and that. If you want to do that, be in the dunk contest.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You can do that in the dunk contest. I'm a fan of competitive games. We have the skills challenge, the 3-point contest, all of that, so that we can see the best of the best doing it and then. But we want to see the best of the best playing against each other. And I think Kobe said this at one point that, like, people are wanting to see, like, the world's greatest, like, blacktop basketball game.
Pickup, yeah.
Yeah, pickup game.
I saw that quote.
So, I think what the NBA needs to do is do what baseball does. This I heard somebody say this. Huh?
They don't do it anymore. Baseball.
But they did.
Yeah, but there's a reason they went away from it.
Why?
But go on. Because it stopped being competitive.
What it is first.
Just to give whoever wins the game has home court advantage in the finals. So East or West, whichever team wins gets to play one extra game at home because it's a 7-game series.
And you're saying that the baseball got rid of that because they lost competitive.
I don't remember. I remember hearing why they got rid of it and they explained it. I don't remember exactly what they said. There's a few issues with that. Stop. There's a few issues with that. The first one is that now they don't do East and West, so they'd have to go back to East and West.
What do they do?
They do a draft.
They do
the NBA
12
All-Star?
players. So they do 12 players from East, 12 players from West. So they're still the same amount. Then the two top voted get to be captains, and they pick
people
their
vote
teams.
in the All-Stars.
Which it's not actually. It's pretty
cool. It's actually kind of cool, but people vote in the All-Stars, so it's not like they just are picking who their All-Stars are. Like they're picking from these are your 12 All-Stars that were voted in. Now you go back and forth. So it actually is fun, but we just it's just a joke of a game. Like cool things happen, but it's just a joke of a game, and I hate it.
My issue with it, it's been progressively getting worse, because ever since I can remember watching it and actually watching it, it was for the first 3 quarters you play just pick up basketball, and then the fourth quarter you get serious and you want to win the game, right? And then this year it was just nobody cared. Like Jason Tatum's pulling up from the logo. Dame is trying to win the game from half court. Like last year or the year before, I don't remember which one it was, AD won it on a buzzer beater on the last shot. Like it was actually competitive in the fourth quarter. The issue is that the NBA can't. I mean, there's not much the NBA can do without losing money and without losing fans.
Why would they lose fans?
Because there are people who...
They're going to lose fans doing it the way they're doing it.
I understand that.
Because I've seen... Somebody who doesn't watch NBA, I've been on the side of TikTok where people are like, the All-Star game was just absolutely stupid. I'm not going to... I don't want to watch it anymore.
But you can't do home court advantage because... For as long as the NBA has existed, the home court advantage goes to the top seed, right? Best record.
Then why do you have 2 different divisions? Why do it that way? Well, if you're going to give it to the top seed, there's 2 top seeds.
Yeah, but you get...
Or do it at a neutral location.
How do they pick home court advantage right now?
Whoever is the best record in the NBA.
So if it's both... Okay. So if the first seed goes against the third seed in the West, like it's whoever's the highest seed. If they're both first seeds in the finals, whoever has the better record. Which, I mean, it makes sense. And I don't understand what you're saying about why have divisions.
Because there's 2 top seeds.
Uh-huh. But there's also 7 games. You can't just have it at a neutral location like the NFL does.
But I'm saying if the number 1 seed and the number 1 seed make it, there's 2 top seeds.
So home court advantage means 4 games at the one. Okay.
But the number 1 teams don't always make it. And so you can't.
But so then give it to whoever wins the All-Star game.
But the issue is if the 7th seed makes the finals and the 1 seed makes the finals,
you should have won the All-Star game.
No, but you don't. It's not your team playing. It's one player. If one
but
player
to Miguel's
from that
point,
team. That doesn't make sense.
From an outside perspective, to Miguel's point, it would give that there would be a reason to compete
for some. Because if you make the like Damian Lillard, he's on Portland. They're not going to make the finals. So yeah, he's going to be competitive. But how competitive is he actually going to be when he doesn't think like they're not even in the playoffs right now? Right?
But I would imagine that the majority of the players on the team are going to be in the playoffs, right? Because you would assume that they're pulling from the best teams.
I'm so confused by why you mean that they're going to lose fans and money. How is having a competitive All-Star game going to lose fans?
Well,
and money?
I more meant that towards the neutral site.
How is it? No, I didn't say a neutral site. I said give it to whoever gives them.
But you also said or do a neutral site.
No, but the statement that you made was based off of the finals having home court advantage. So how does that?
Because I meant it towards you saying or do it at a neutral site.
I didn't say that.
Whether you said it or not, he thinks you said it, and that's what he was responding to. So
you did.
If you didn't say it, then it doesn't matter. Then it doesn't matter because that's what he thought you said, and that's what he was
the only reason I said.
So if you said that we were going to lose fans and money, and I said, why would it happen? And then I said,
you didn't. You said neutral site before.
No, I didn't.
Miguel, regardless of if you did or not,
it's just
that's what he heard.
The conversation doesn't matter because that's not what I was talking about.
Correct. So that it doesn't matter. So you don't need to hear an answer because he thought it was because he was answering to what he thought you said.
My question means nothing because
exactly.
I don't.
So
even though my question was asked before.
Correct. So the question doesn't mean anything. So we can move on from it.
Would you please watch this back and tell me that I said okay? Thank you. How would a neutral site? Of course, it's going to lose money. Well, even then, how is it going to lose money?
For the teams that don't get to have it at their home court?
Yes.
For the teams that don't get to have it at their home court. That's exactly the answer. If the Boston Celtics make the finals,
yeah.
Do you think they make money when they have 4 games at home? Because their fans have to pay them? Because concessions and all these things? If it's in New York, guess
argument
what?
To that is? What happens in the MLB during the World Series?
What are you talking
about?
What
happens in the MLB during the World Series when New York is playing the Cardinals? When they're playing in New York, guess what's happening at Cardinal Stadium? It's packed full because they're showing the thing on the big screen.
Okay. Do they do that? Does it happen in the NBA currently?
No, I don't know.
No, because
could it?
But yeah, but then that defeats the purpose of just not having it at home.
Okay, so real quick, so that I understand, when
it would be
in
bubble
the NBA Finals, is it every other game is?
No,
it's the first
3-2-3. I think. No, 3.
No, it's 2.
They changed it last year. It was 3, or maybe that was in the MLB.
No, I'm pretty sure it's 2
at the home field advantage.
1-1-1. Yeah, so 2 at home, 2 away, 1 at home, 1 away, and Game 7 would be at home.
Yeah.
But again, okay, so again, I still don't get so go back to the argument of giving it to whoever wins the All-Star game. What's wrong with that?
Because if the first seeds do not make it, the All-Star game is not a team playing a team. It's parts of teams playing parts of another team.
So it's the same thing in the MLB.
Yeah, they got rid of it.
For whatever reason. Okay, why did they get rid of it?
I have no clue, but they got rid of it for a reason. If they still did it, that's a fine argument, but they obviously don't do it anymore.
The whole point that I'm trying to make is you said it. They're losing fans and money if they don't start having a competitive All-Star game. They don't start having a competitive dunk contest. If they don't start having a competitive everything. So, if they don't do that, or if they don't want to lose money, how do you make it so that it is competitive? What do you do?
They're also not gaining fans.
No.
Right? Because me, as an unfan of NBA,
if I
go watch the All-Star game because I'm like, okay, I want to start trying to get into the NBA. I want to watch the best of the best play against each other, and I go watch that. I'd be like, I'm not going to watch the NBA.
It's really sad. It's really sad when the celebrity All-Star game is more competitive than the All-Star game with the best players in the world.
What is?
The celebrity All-Star game.
Okay.
There has to be a way to get them to compete more. And what that is, who knows? But like money, no, because
well, the issue with like there obviously has to be a way. Before I get into what I was going to say. So I found 2 articles.
Next year's going to be worse. Next year's going to be worse because LeBron got hurt.
LeBron got hurt during the game.
Yeah,
he went up to block and jammed his finger up on the rim. It probably wasn't too bad, but
you're not going to play through it in an All-Star game.
No, there's no reason. But it's the same reason why the NFL went to flag football, right? They don't want people to get hurt, but soon it's literally going to be, I don't even know, like